We begin in the US, where the race for the White House is, thank goodness, in the home straight. Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump have spent their final day on the campaign trail wooing swinging voters, of course, both heading at first to the industrial Midwest in an attempt to win Michigan, before Mr. Trump moved to North Carolina and Mrs. Clinton headed to Philadelphia. But as Alex Ashton reports, whilst rock group Bon Jovi and Bruce Springsteen rallied for Mrs. Clinton, Mr. Trump was on his own.
Strong words from Hillary Clinton on her final day on the campaign trail as she and Donald Trump crisscrossed the United States in a final bid to sway undecided voters.
For people in our country who feel like they've been knocked down and nobody cares, nobody's paying attention, here's what I want you to know. If you give me the honor of being your president, I'm going to do everything I can to get this country and everybody in it back up on our feet, moving forward together.
Mrs. Clinton, supported by the US President Barack Obama, urging voters in Michigan to get out and vote.
We've got one more day, Michigan. One more day. I love you back. I do. But tomorrow, you will choose whether we continue this journey of progress or whether it all goes out the window. Tomorrow, you get to choose between a politics of blame and divisiveness and resentment, or you can choose a politics that says we're all stronger together.
Mr. Obama rallied supporters in Ann Arbor, telling the crowd Donald Trump was unfit to be president.
Over the course of these 8 years, all across 50 states, I've always seen what made America great. I have seen you. Americans of every faith, every background, Republicans and Democrats, who understand that we're stronger together. Young, old, men, women, black, white, Latino, Asian, Native American, people with disabilities, gay, straight, all of us pledging allegiance to the red, white, and blue. That's the America I know, and there's only one candidate in this race who's devoted her life to that better America, and that is the next president of the United States, Hillary Clinton.
Meanwhile, Donald Trump, who started his day in Florida, moved to North Carolina and used the occasion to take a final swipe at his opponent.
So Obama is taking Air Force One, which costs a fortune. You know, he's very much into the environment, and he'll take a massive old engine 747, very much into the environment, very much into the ozone layer. And yet he'll fly that 747 all over the place to campaign for crooked Hillary.
And whilst the Clinton campaign rolled out Bruce Springsteen and Bon Jovi in Pennsylvania, Mr. Trump rolled out, well, Mr. Trump, and he told his supporters why.
And she's not getting any crowds, so she gets Beyonce and Jay-Z. I like them. I like them. And you know what they do? I get bigger crowds than they do. It's true. I get far bigger crowds. Look at this place. I mean, look at the crowds we had in Michigan. By the way, Michigan is in play. You know, it hasn't been in play for Republicans for 30-something years. Michigan's in play because they're tired of watching their car factories be taken out. They're tired of losing their jobs to Mexico. Ford right now moved all of its small car production to Mexico. They're building the biggest plants in the world in Mexico.
And it was that closure of mills and businesses which had these voters at a polling booth in Youngstown, Ohio, believing Donald Trump could bring life back to this once booming industrial town.
So why not a change? I mean, the only thing I know for the last 8 years is the police are the criminals and the criminals are good guys now.
Meanwhile, in New York City, security has been strengthened ahead of polling day.
Hoping there's a big turnout. At the end of the day, it's a free country and we have the right to vote, so people should exercise it no matter which way.
Police officers and their dogs continue to patrol the city's streets, with authorities remaining on high alert outside the Jacob Javits Centre, where Hillary Clinton will spend election night. There's also a heavy police presence outside Trump Tower. the campaign headquarters for the Republican team. For Checkpoint, Alex Ashton.